Hey guys, I'm Scotty Dunn. I started reselling on eBay to replace my income. This video is what it's actually like as a brand new reseller 1 month in. Before this, my wife Gina and I were pursuing acting and filmmaking. We eventually shifted into freelance editing and YouTube thumbnail design. It's how we've been getting by. We have 1 kid, another one on the way, and we're trying to build something stable so we don't have to rely on gig work or jump back into a 9 to 5. The pressure is real, the stakes are high, and this is just the beginning. You could say, and you'd be correct, that we're just a couple of late bloomers. At the end of this video, I'm going to share my biggest takeaways from the week. It's never too late to get started, so let's get started. Reselling in my life, it's come about in a very sneaky way. Like, I like thrifting with my family, and because it's fun. Like, there's something really calming about it, really exciting, and I love the healthy dose of nostalgia that it gives me. But I started seeing on YouTube as well that people were making a decent living off of it. Reselling was something that was right up my alley. Now, I'm by no means great at it. I might not even be good at it yet, but I do feel an exhilaration from doing it. I'm going to this Goodwill. This Goodwill is somewhere I've been going a few times, and I've some of the ones that have sold so far have come from this very Goodwill. So I'm hoping that today I can find some good stuff. So the first couple of times we went thrifting, my wife and I, we grabbed a lot of stuff. But I think that we definitely overpaid. We overpaid, and so now I'm being a lot more picky with what I'm grabbing. Like, for instance, I was paying like anywhere from 12 to like one of the items I got was $18. And I'm like, okay, that was stupid. That was a green move on my part for sure. I want to keep it to $5 and below. The only time I would go above that is if I saw the comps on eBay and they're going for a good price that I could afford to spend a little more, but anything over $5 feels wrong right now. It's 25% off today. All green. Let's see how we can do. Everything seems so overpriced. And all the good stuff is in blue. If I'm missing any brands, let me know in the comment section. All right, so here's what I got. I think I got some good stuff. I got Givenchy for Chessa, $5.93. South Pole. Now, I heard the jeans are good. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure about the shirt, but it was a thermal shirt for $5.03, but then you take 25% off this. I got a Woolrich shirt. This was $5.93. And then I got, this is my first, I don't really buy jeans much yet. I'm gonna study up on it, but I do hear that the button ones are good, the button fly, and Rag & Bone, it was on my list of good brands. It was $11.76, but then you take 25% off of that. I also got some VHS tapes. I got Free Willy 1, 2, 3. Didn't they make like 80 of these? Anyway, I got all 3 of these. I want to sell them as a bundle. I'm going to clean that up thoroughly. They were only 99 cents per. Goldverse Travels. This is kind of a unique one. 99 cents. In total for this whole thrifting adventure, it cost $28. Apparently this tape, I didn't even realize it's a green tag, so that one actually ended up costing me 74 cents. Okay, nice. I kept almost everything under $6. The only thing that cost me more was the jeans, and those came out to $8.82. So I'm actually doing pretty good on this trip, in my opinion.
So after looking at the comps, your Gulliver's Travel one is only $2.30 profit, which is not that great. And you really need to comp everything. It doesn't matter if it's 75 cents, 50 cents, or in this case it was what, 99 cents?
Yeah, I don't even know why I got it.
Yeah, and
really
the sell-through rate on that, there were like 2 sold and they weren't even the animated one that you got.
I said I don't know why. I got it.
Yeah.
I honestly think I was a little delirious at that point. For some reason I hadn't eaten.
Then we gotta make sure you eat before you go.
Every time I come back from one of my sourcing trips, I make sure that the items get cleaned, whether it's VHS tapes like these or clothes, of course. Now on eBay it says every item should be clean. Now sometimes clothes have never been worn and they're clean enough to go. So sometimes it's really easy, but these tapes were filthy. Good as new, ready for a new home. Welcome to the basement. This is where all the reselling magic happens. This is where all the comic books are, okay? All these boxes, we have more boxes over there I'm about to show you. We haven't even started this part of our reselling journey because it's a lot. There's a lot to do and I'm honestly a little nervous about it. Some of these are worth a lot of money and shipping it it freaks me out a little bit, but we'll get to it soon. We're gonna sell this Atari system. We actually have 2 of these, but this is the only one that's in its box. This is all of our shipping supplies, okay? This thing looks cool. It feels like I'm in a space movie. Okay, anyway, over here is where we do the packing, the weighing, getting the dimensions correct, putting our SKU labels on, bubble wrap. This is where we hang all the clothing we have that either needs to be taken pictures of or when they're done, we can store them like this. Got plenty of hangers. Once everything is, the pictures are taken and everything's prepped, we have a SKU system. So this is the first one that we SKU'd and it just makes it much easier for organization when we are ready to pull one and ship it off, which we've had to recently, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Money partner. And it starts becoming physical media as well back here. I believe these are Atari. These are Atari games and some DVD sets. And just extra boxes that we get, because we order from Amazon a lot, so you never know when you need a box to ship. So we're actually accumulating these quite a bit. Right here is the physical media section where I take all the pictures of DVDs, anything physical, non-clothing related. I staple gunned this sheet up there and it works pretty well. Here's the lighting setup, take a look at that. This is on a hinge, do you see this? Mm-hmm. So I like that it saves space, but most of the time it's like this. Nice. And this is when you want to sit and think about what you're doing with your life. This is what made this whole basement so much cooler to me. This is from our old apartment in Wisconsin, and it's been down here in storage, wrapped up all this time, but now it's out, and it's my favorite couch in the world. It's so comfortable, and yet firm enough to feel good. You see this awkward arm up here? Mm-hmm. My wife should be here. Aww. This is the printer, the new printer. So we're going to be shipping all of our labels. We haven't used it yet. What we used so far was we originally just printed out the shipping label and taped it down, which is good because it's waterproof that way. But so we're at the point where Gina is going to give birth any day now, right? So every time we go somewhere as a family, we pack our bags so that we can stay overnight at the hospital. We get the house ready as if we're leaving for a few days. And it's just an ordeal. You know what? And this too?
Yeah, and both these stuff.
We've done this once before. It's time to be prepared.
Last ultrasound, let's go. I can go into labor at any time between, I'm 36 weeks, so I can go into labor anytime between now and like 40 weeks. So we just have our bags packed, ready, and we're gonna drop off the kids with grandma and then go to my appointment.
And then we're going sourcing.
Yes.
We like being late. It's fun.
He's 6 pounds. He's 55th percentile, so this is great.
And he's doing great. Let's see him.
Yep, let's see his belly.
Yeah, he's ready to come out. All right. 75% off, all yellow. That's good. I'm still a noob at this, but I am getting a little better at finding clothes for good prices, brands that sell, LL Bean, Patagonia, Peter Millar, a bunch of stuff like that. That stuff, you know, personally, LL Bean has sold pretty well for us, as well as Peter Millar and stuff like Robert Graham. Now, DVD players and boom boxes like this, they're a little more like I don't want heavy items right now. Little Dirt Devil, I think that is. I mean, like $15.31 for that. I know we can get better prices, and I want to dig into board games because I know those can do well. I just not that educated. DVDs are good too, but it's kind of tricky. They don't always sell well. I am finding that getting bundles and complete series is something that's worth it. This is our cart. It goes all the way in there.
I am comping now all the things. This is Fabletics. I'm gonna see how well it sells on eBay. Haven't found any.
That's the not used pile. All right, here's what we got. North Face jeans.
Okay.
LL Bean, I believe vintage. I have to check, but vintage shirt. And the cost, polo. All these were about like $5.93 each. Came out to $17.62. So I think we're doing good. I don't know. And what did you do?
I failed.
Where do you want to go eat?
I don't know. I'm hungry. I can't open this.
Try one more time.
Just open it.
Here, hold this. Hold this.
I need to do my homework on researching the brands before I go to a store, so I kind of have an idea of what to look for. I think that's going to be crucial for success going forward.
I gotta tell you though, it's always good to steal away a little bit of time with your love. Get some food in you, especially when you have kids. It's good to steal away a little time.
What is that?
Crab rangoon.
These are good.
Those are small.
Very small. But this tastes good.
It does taste good. One thing about this material is that it kind of marks up a little bit, kind of easily. I forget what material it is. It's like felt or something, but it's not a big deal. You just take the ruler and you smooth it out. You're good to go. Oh yeah, another sort of janky thing I have figured out right now is like for these, it's easier to just have it on the hanger to keep its form. But I have this thing I do, so hold on one second. I take one of these, I go up the stairs, and I put this through here, come back down the stairs, and there you go. Right now, Gina's upstairs teaching Max some stuff. A little bit of unofficial school time for our 4-year-old. Like I said, you see how this sort of marks up a little bit? Take it, smooth it out. I like to fold in the shirt sleeves. I know I'm gonna get much faster at this, but right now I take very seriously the details. You know, my background, I have an extensive editing background, and I'm always thinking about what it's gonna look like on the eBay app. And honestly, maybe I'm overdoing it. I'm overdoing it with how perfect it has to look. But my goal is to be able to take these in like 1 to 2 minutes, like a full set of pictures, because I do front, I do the details, I do the back, I do all the tags. I have the stepping stool that says Ben for some reason. I like to get up here and get a really high up shot Yeah, see, I'm over obsessing about tiny wrinkles that don't really matter. Take all of the detail shots, anything I think people will find interesting. Then I flip it. Okay. Do all the measuring. Top shoulder all the way down. Boxing gloves that we don't use anymore. My wife and I. We barely used it in the first place, but they're in really good condition, used once. Yeah. And so we decided, hey, someone would like these, I'm sure. So I'm gonna take some product pictures. Lately, I've been dealing with a little bit of anxiety. It just feels like everything's happening all at once, and there is a lot of pressure, and I think a lot of you can relate to that anyway. I'm by no means alone in that. I know that we all are facing our own anxieties, but there are some nights where I'm like, I get like a mini panic attack, just wondering, is this gonna work? Is this gonna be something that we can turn into something that's viable? Like right now, just talking about it gets me a little bit anxious, but then the feeling of it, the vibe of like, okay, this feels like something that I have a knack for. It's something I like doing even if I wasn't getting paid for it. All the people you're watching on YouTube to learn from, I've probably watched them too, and I'm continuing to watch them. I'm trying to learn as fast as I can. So, how are we doing 1 month in with sales?
Well, we officially started selling on January 5th, 2026, and we listed about 25 items, so about 1 item per day. And out of that, we didn't make any sales until the last week of January. We sold 3 items in the last week, so a total of $98.93 in the month of January.
And those sales were all pretty much back to back within that week. Right?
Yeah, it was like one after another, and we were like, oh, it's like this every day, you know? But no, it's not. The only thing that sold at full price were those LL Bean flannel pajamas. And then the other ones, we sold a Robert Graham shirt button up, and then we sold a Carhartt shirt button up that had a couple stains on it. And we sold both of those at a reduced price. So that, with minus fees and minus the cost of goods, our total profit was $28.51. So out of $98.93, that's like our profit. Look, it's our first month. We're learning a lot. We're prepping the house for our baby. And so for our first time, I'm impressed at how fast certain things can sell. So I'm taking note of what brands sold quickly. All this combined, it's really, it's a little stressful, I'm a little bit anxious. We need to hit it harder, definitely.
Gina is in charge of prepping clothes. So the basement has been amazing for us. And here she is doing her thing.
I don't do this with all the clothes, but I do a fair amount just because they can't look their best if they're all wrinkly, right? So, I really like doing this. It's different than what we're normally used to. Normally, I'm just at a computer and looking for clients to do thumbnail design and designing stuff on the computer, and I'm just sitting all day long. And so this gets me off my butt. And I get to walk around a lot more. I get to go out and see things. We're not just always in the house, so it's really nice. I like the change of pace, and I like looking and finding treasures so that people want. And I still get to work from home. So now eventually we're gonna get more electric outlets in the basement. Right now we only have one, so that's why the steaming station is currently over there.
Yeah, everything is connected through here.
Yep.
And it's led through there. All right, guys, here are the top 3 takeaways from this month. Number 3, listing 1 item a day is nowhere near enough. And we sort of knew that. I think the thought process was dip our toes in, but honestly, if we know that the goal is full-time income, then don't dip your toes in. Dive in and swim, right? We need to be closer to 5 items a day. listing wise, you know? So I gotta source enough to at least list 5 a day. I've seen some people on YouTube, other resellers on YouTube, they're listing like 15 items a day. So far, we've sold $98.93 this month. Now, it's cool that we've brought in some sales, but obviously that's not enough to sustain a family, okay? It's barely enough to sustain, I don't know, someone sustainable. I don't know. Number 2, right now we need to be keeping our buy cost to $5 and under. Right now, obviously, you know, I kept it on my last few trips to under $6 for the most part, and I'm happy with that, but I know it can go lower. And if it needs to be over $5 or $6, that's because we know that it can go for much more. We have to do the research. We have to know what's worth the money. Because the game on eBay is that you're keeping your prices competitive so that people want to buy stuff from you. And so this also means being very smart about the brands that sell, the sell-through rate, right? I'm getting better at that, and this month I have learned which brands sell better, and I'm getting better as I'm sourcing to know which ones to look for. I wanna know everything there is to know. I wanna get smart at this. I have a baby's knowledge right now, but at the end, I wanna be like an encyclopedia of brands that sell. So study, study, study. Number 1, there's a big difference between treating this like a fun new thing we're doing versus treating it like a full-time job. We know that we want to make this full-time income, treat it like a full-time job. Next week, we're going in, no messing around, treat this like what it is. Guys, we've got a long way to go, and this is just the start. So click subscribe if you want to continue to follow along on this adventure with us. I appreciate all of you. Good luck to you guys in your sourcing and thrifting adventures. I will see you in the next one.